Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. This is going to be the first video of the night. I will have a second one out later, and this is an interesting one because we're going to be talking about these leaks and basically it seems like is coming to Blackout and what it seems like we're getting hijacked in from Black Ops 2 or skyjacked from Black Ops 3. As you may remember, one of the best maps in Call of Duty and definitely in the Black Ops series, possibly could be coming back to this game. And it's looking like as of right now, there's a very strong chance we are seeing hijacked in at least the Blackout mode, if not the multiplayer as well. Going to talk about that why, as well as some other stuff that came with the 1.8 update that was updated today. And also even a little bit about the developers made a post about Call of Duty World War II, which I want to talk about if I have time at the end of this video. So if you guys could smack a like, that would be absolutely amazing. Drop a like, smack that like button, let's go for 1,500 likes. That would be awesome. And subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. And let's get right into this. So first of all, I know what everyone wants to know. They want to know about Hijacked from Black Ops 2, because personally, I love that map as well, and I think most people do because it's a map that plays very, very similar to Nuketown and different stuff like that. So what Call of Duty did with the promotion for Black Ops 4, Call of Duty has been going a little bit above and beyond. And I think that's the reasoning because of how popular esports is nowadays with Fortnite and everything, and the fact that they have the Blackout Battle Royale. For example, I remember back when this game first came out, they paid for some promos to Ninja, Shroud, different stuff like that, basically to promote the the Blackout version of Black Ops and the Doritos Bowl and different stuff like that. And they also, you remember Black Ops 4 was originally like leaked by James Harden wearing a Black Ops 4 hat. So they've done tons of deals with, you know, influencers and celebrities, I guess you could say, for promoting mostly in regards to Blackout, which is unusual because Call of Duty usually doesn't do that. Most of their advertising for like World War II was like, you know, stuff in cities, you know, banners on buses in London and billboards in LA and you know, in Hollywood and LA and stuff like that, right? So let's talk about this. So Neymar, basically the Brazilian superstar soccer player or football player, basically he was doing a live stream on December 3rd, so yesterday, and he was going to be playing Blackout, right? Another, I'm assuming, you know, promotion, something like that. I really don't know the details behind it. But in the background of his image, when he posted the little promo thing on his Instagram, I think it was, you can see that there's a poster for Hijacked in the background, and this is not... You know, this usually doesn't just happen by mistake. They don't just say, you know, if this happened by mistake, that would be very, very odd. This is obviously targeted marketing, and it's very smart. As you see in the background there, hijacked backwards with the boat from the map. So that got everyone super duper hyped yesterday, and that was the original teaser, and I was super amped up about that. But then today we had another thing, which was actually tweeted out by Call of Duty themselves, and this is basically their marketing. You know, yesterday they laid the groundwork, and then today something else, and they uploaded a 6-second video to Twitter of basically a radar circling around the Blackout map, and it's nothing special, but when the radar circles around every single time, there's this little blip in the ocean that pops up on the radar right to the north of Nuketown Island, where there's, you know, sort of between Nuketown Island and the construction site, where there's sort of not too much going around on the map, and everyone believes that that little blip on the radar, and it says incoming as Call of Duty, could be the location to where Hijacked or Skyjacked would go, which would make sense because, of course, it's a boat and it could go out there on the map. Now, this would make it would make a lot of sense. If we look at the Blackout map, there already is Turbine, Array, Raid from BO2, there is Stronghold from BO3, there is Nuketown Island, and there is, I'm probably forgetting other ones as well. There's a bunch of previous maps and places for multiplayer, campaign, zombies, different stuff like that implemented into the Blackout map, and it looks like Hijacked incoming. We will begin Hijacked in Blackout with the next week's update on December 11th. That's what it looks like. Of course, these are all teasers and leaks, but usually, I mean, you can see the evidence definitely does point towards Hijacked. Now, what does this mean? If we're getting into Blackout, does that mean we can get it in multiplayer? In my opinion, yes, because, I mean, it seems like this sort of, you know, right now it's looking like Blackout is where it's going to come first, but I could definitely see this map coming to multiplayer, if not in DLC 1, just as an inclusion to throw back, because we have Nuketown, we have already, you know, Summit, we have Slums, we have Jungle, and Hijacked is probably the most hyped map from Treyarch other than Nuketown. So if they were to bring that one back, because that Nuketown, of course, came out in Black Ops 1, and it's been in every single game, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4, Hijacked came out in Black Ops 2, and it's been in Black Ops 3 as well, and now it's looking like it's going to be in Black Ops 4 in some form. So personally, I would love to see Hijacked or Skyjacked on Blackout. It looks like that's going to happen. Of course, nothing is confirmed, but obviously it looks like that's going to happen, if not next week, sometime in the future. If, you know, I don't know if it's going to happen next week for sure, but it looks like sometime in the future, because next week's update is that big, probably going to be a 1.09 patch update. And this would make sense as well to why the 1.08 update was like 12 gigabytes and 20 gigabytes on 12 gigabytes on PS4, 20 on Xbox, because if they're changing the whole Blackout map, that seems like something that could take out space. So that's what we have as far as that. Would you guys like to see Hijacked in Blackout? Would you like to see the multiplayer? Let me know in the comment section down below. For me personally, I understand some people don't like when they bring back old stuff. For me personally, being a fan of Call of Duty, I love it when they bring back old stuff. That's good. If you bring back Hijacked and Nuketown every game, I'm not going to complain because I love those maps. And for me, it's really all about the gameplay. And as long as they're adding new stuff as well, I think it's pretty cool. Next, also basically, Treyarch posted talking about their December 4th update, and this was carried off the back of yesterday's update, but the summary is there's some new featured playlists. TDM 85 has been added to featured, which is a team deathmatch with a score limit of 85, which is kind of just weird in my opinion. I mean, I don't know, it seems like there's more important stuff to be balancing than the amount of kills being 75, 85, or 100 in TDM. Just make it 100. I mean, people love TDM 100. Make it 100 kills to TDM. Make it 6v6 and throw that in there. You know, call it Chaos TDM or whatever. Leave it in as a permanent game mode. That's basically what you have. We also have Control and Hardcore Kill Confirmed added to the featured category, and also Chaos Domination, which was a very, very good one. It's basically domination that lasts a little bit longer. The match score limit increased to 300. So it's not the one that would go to 400. And this game has a lot of game modes where honestly, the game modes will last 20 or 30 minutes, and those game modes are cool, but of course, when you're going for gameplay standards, you have to remember that if you get 100 plus kills in a 25-minute game, that's not nearly as impressive as 100 plus kills in an 8 or 9-minute game or something like that, right? So basically, that's what we have as far as that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about at the end of this video here is Call of Duty World War II, and Sledgehammer Games made an announcement, which I'm all for keeping up with content on older games. Advanced Warfare did it. They didn't really do too much with it. Black Ops 3 did quite a bit in the life cycle year following Black Ops 3, which would have been IW, I think. But, so when I heard World War II is starting back up their Winter Siege event, which started today, Tuesday, December 4th, and ends on January 1st, I was like, okay, this is cool. World War II is doing something new, and they're going to continue the content. But this is what it is. I'll read it out for you guys. We're relaunching Winter Siege beginning tomorrow. Shout out to all the conspiracy theorists out there that got it right. I mean, come on, that wasn't a very hard guess. With that comes a special wintry playlist featuring winter maps that include Winter Quarantine. We're also reopening Winter Siege collections that include the Gewehr 43, the Sten, and the GPMG, various uniforms, giving everyone a free winter supply drop per week just for playing, and we've added Winter Quarantine mosh pits. You know, as you can see, once I read it, I wasn't nearly as hyped. They're still uploading World War II, but they're just recycling the exact same winter event from a year ago, and that's kind of sad in my opinion. At least throw in one new DLC weapon or something to get people back on the game. By announcing this, this is not going to make me turn back on World War II. I'm just going to keep playing Black Ops 4 because they hadn't, you know, if they threw in a new map or new DLC, maybe that would get something to get the World War II hype train going again. But with this, just doing Winter Siege again, I guess it's good. I want to let you guys know if you guys love World War II and you missed out on the Winter Siege event last year, it could be a cool chance to get those weapons. But that's about it. In addition, Sledgehammer Games says they have plans for much more on the horizon, but no details on what that is yet. Winter Siege 2018 is another chance for us to provide players with more Call of Duty World War II content, with plans for much more on the horizon, so stay tuned for more information soon. So that the last couple of minutes is all in regards to Call of Duty World War II, which is the last Call of Duty game, and multiplayer in that, and not in regards to Black Ops 4, just to make that clear for everyone. So Call of Duty World War II, it says they have plans to update the DLC. Do I really believe them? I'm 50-50. After this first move, it doesn't seem like it's too promising. And World War II isn't a game that, you know, Black Ops 3 was a game that had a huge player base for like probably still to this day. Obviously, a lot of people probably moved on to the next game of the Black Ops series, Black Ops 4, but for that 3 years, and even probably continuously, Black Ops 3 had a very, very strong player base, and I'm not sure how strong the player base on other games, maybe IW and World War II, the player base after the game's life cycle wasn't as hot, so it wasn't worth them to update it, if that makes sense. We'll have to wait and see, and just see what it is. Anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I want to bring you guys everything as far as the news goes, so look out for some more leaks on possibly Hijacked and Blackout is what it looks like, and maybe even multiplayer. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.